I'm worried about what happens to the tractor and the cart when I hit a 3-bed, 2-bath pothole.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I know you don't understand because I'm not talking to you. Siri, Bluetooth, anything to do with Bluetooth and Siri, no Siri.
Bluetooth is on.
Yeah, I know.
Let me know if you want to turn it off.
I know. That's not, I don't even want to talk to you right now. Good morning. Last video we finished up that cornfield and finally got switched over to beans. This morning, back onto beans. It got quite chilly last night and we got a little bit of a dew this morning, so the beans aren't going to go super early, but doesn't matter because I got a truck full and a cartload full that I got to take to town before we can even really get started. Today is, I believe, the 26th. For those of you that really like to know. It's been a couple of days. I should probably do a pre-trip inspection. Supposed to do it every day, but you don't gotta lie to me. I know you guys don't. She actually is low on oil, but here's the thing: she's still in the safe range. And this is why I hate doing the pre-trip on this thing, especially for the oil. It's sitting so far down. Well, when it's loaded, sorry. The back end is squashed so far down, so how much of that oil is, tipped back, I don't know. Still in the safe. We're gonna call it good for now. Air filter could really use blown out, but guess what? I'm not home. But I'll have to do that when I do get home. That's no surprise there. It is dirtier than I'll get out over here. Everything else looks fine. Belt's fine. Coolant. Looks good to me. I think that's how you check the air pressure, right? Looks good to me. Okay, we had to come back home for a little bit of fuel, blow out the air filter, probably maybe help Dad put that motor up so that we can get the corn running through. We got it all wired up.
From where I'm at, we can have this running in about, 15 minutes? Okay. No bolts screwing around with me.
Yeah, the bolt's really jacked up.
Oh, for God's sake.
Before we even start this thing, I need to open this and get it blown out. It was choking to death. I need to pull the air filter out of the Kenworth too and blow it out because it's choking to death as well. I gotta take this hoodie off because I'm choking to death. Probably need a new sleeve for this thing. This filter's junk. Well, this should be able to breathe a little better now. How's the oil?
There's nothing on the stair.
Well, I didn't know if you remembered that this thing uses oil. I'm gonna get loaded up and head out, so. Well, we're still not ready. Gotta remember to check the oil on that thing every single day because this thing just sucks down oil like crazy. Not used to it yet. The red one, you checked it at the beginning of the year and it just ran. Of course, it caught fire, so several times. So I'd rather the oil get used up than being in flames. So there's pros and cons to both. Red catches fire, green just breaks down and uses oil. And I know it's not just our machine because I've heard it from several people that that series of combine just uses oil. It just does. So you just make sure you top it off every morning and he forgot about it for a couple days, and now it's in dire need of oil, which I imagine switching to the beans, bigger head. He's usually running at 100% engine load on this thing, just trying to get beans cut as fast as possible. They probably used more oil last night, and we got quite a bit done here. We're almost done with this farm. Anyway, we have got to get to the point where now that we're on beans, we typically have to quit a little earlier, like 8:30 or so, because they start getting tough. We just need to quit at 8:30, 9 o'clock, whatever, and then just spend time, get everything ready for the morning so that we can just show up and go. Because it is, the last week since we started has been every morning we are working and repairing stuff until noon, 10:30 noon, and we don't get started until later, which isn't a huge deal. It hasn't been a huge deal because we're going into our own bin, so we just run till we can't anymore. But now that we're going to town, we really need to get started as early as possible. We need to just make sure everything's ready to go. And I say that, but we're going to do that, and then something's going to break down immediately as soon as we get here, and we're going to spend a couple hours till 10:30 noon just getting it fixed. So in reality, we just need to keep keeping on. That's all I'm saying. Just keep keeping on. Try to be a little better about just making sure everything's as tight-knit as possible in the mornings. Also, if I may complain a little bit more here, why is it 1,000 degrees outside? It's almost October 1st. I'm sweating my butt off every day. Is this how it feels to harvest in Texas or just in the South in general? This is terrible. Give me my 70 degree, 65 degree hoodie weather. Is that, is that too much to ask? Probably. I know some of you are probably watching this thinking, yeah, it's 115 in Texas when we harvest. Well, I've got good news and I've got bad news. What do you want to hear first? The good news? Okay. Good news is we're about done with this field. Bad news, I have lost the Kenworth. I think it needs a new radiator. I took it home. It's been running at like 220 degrees on the water, even when I'm not even loaded. Granted, the fan is keeping it below that 250 mark, which is astronomical, but still getting hot enough that I'm worried, it might be damaging some things. So I know it's really hot out too, I get it, but that's just not, there's no excuse. It should not be running that hot. So anyway, I parked it, took it home, took the garden hose to it again. Actually, I put some degreaser on it as well. Set the garden hose to it, and don't get me wrong, there was some questionable things coming out of that radiator, which it's already been washed 3 times. I'm just parking it for now. I suppose it's not all bad that we're driving this truck. This one at least has air conditioning. And that is another field done. Amazing we made it this far. I did not think that was going to be possible with everything that really happened. Alright, well, I suppose I'm going to back this thing up a little bit, get it away from the road. And, yeah, we'll be done with this for tonight. Kind of curious to see what these made, actually, really quick. Bear with me, about 70. It's actually not bad. This is one of our worst, not worst farms, but it doesn't perform as good as the others. There's a lot of sand down on the hill to the south here, and that sand knob does not produce very well. Let's put it that way. I don't know if I mentioned, but the field that we finished before this one is a black sand, and those made 82 bushel the acre. I don't know how. They had rye, so maybe that was the factor. I was saying, with that rye on there, it might have, actually this might have had rye on it too. Shoot, I don't remember. I'd have to check, but 70 bushel to the acre here, 82 on that farm not far from here. Black sand. This has a full-blown sand hill. I mean, bad, like playground sand, but still good for this farm. Anyway, we are done for the night. As far as harvest goes, we literally cannot go any further. I don't know if we're going to try and tear out that radiator tonight. I guess in the next clip you'll see. We may go home and just tear the Kenworth totally apart, and that way we can get the radiator in the morning first thing and get it slapped in there as fast as possible. Well, I just wanted to let you guys know that I will not be tearing apart that radiator tonight. It is late enough for one. Two, tomorrow I can only use the baby truck anyway because the field entrances are too small. And then Sunday we're going to be cutting beans at home, so we're going to be going into the bin using the baby truck. So we really don't need the Kenworth tomorrow or Sunday, the 27th and 28th of September, for those of you that want to know.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I know you don't understand because I'm not talking to you. Siri, Bluetooth, anything to do with Bluetooth and Siri, no Siri.
Bluetooth is on.
Yeah, I know.
Let me know if you want to turn it off.
I know, that's not, I don't even want to talk to you right now. Goodness gracious, technology. Anyway, what was I saying? Sunday at some point or tomorrow night we'll tear into that radiator, and yeah, we'll just do it then. It's late. I'm going to bed. I'm going home and to bed. Good seeing you guys. I can't see any of you. I don't know why I said that. Good talking to you guys. Good. I'm tired. I'm leaving. We'll catch you in the next one. Morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is you're watching. Today is the 27th of September, sorry. Getting a little bit of a late start this Saturday. Last video we did end up finishing up this bean field. We've got about 80, 90 acres of beans out. We should be way further than that, but with everything breaking down and just things that have been happening, we don't. So here we are. Well, I've made it maybe 2 miles down the road. Not even joking, 2 miles, maybe. And we've got some issues. I was on the phone with Dad, and it sounded like one of the back tires blew, airbag blew, something. But anyway, I need to stop and figure out what the heck is going on. I pulled into a field entrance here. Luckily, there was some gentlemen that were pulling out with their semis, and he came over and said, I don't know what happened, but you can definitely pull in our field just to get off the road, so I appreciate that. All right. Now, I seen something. Don't know what it is. It looks like a turbo, like the turbo. I mean, what blew off of it? I'm not a mechanic. I don't know much. I see. Yes, that came apart. Ah, there must have been a clamp on there. That just blew off. Okay, that's actually not that bad of a fix. So I think the seal is still on there. Wow, how does that even happen? Just driving down the road. I mean, I wasn't even going fast either. Well, if I'm not mistaken, like I said, I am not a mechanic, but that is the intercooler that runs the turbo before it obviously puts that air into the engine. Either way, it doesn't matter whether I know the terminology or not. I do know that that is a problem. So, yeah, I need tools. Probably pretty slim odds that I walk along this road here and find the clamp that actually blew off, but may as well try, right? I've got nothing but time. All right, I'm done looking. I got too many people pulling over asking if I need a ride. They're not too thrilled when I say yes to the bar, please. Since I've got time to sit here and think, I do hope it is, I mean, the air filter is pretty plugged. I can see that. Hopefully that is the issue on why that clamp blew, or maybe the clamp itself was just, you know, ready to go. I'm hoping it isn't a damaged turbo. I know there's like a relief valve somewhere on that for excessive, you know, turbo charge. Again, I'm not a mechanic, but I know that can get stuck sometimes and cause too much pressure buildup. Maybe that happened. I don't know. I'm hoping it's just as simple as get a new air filter for the dumb thing and put a clamp on it and it's good to go. But knowing my luck, the radiator's junk, water pump's junk, fan clutch blew, turbo is trashed. There's metal shavings in the transmission and the engine oil. And what else could we find? I don't know. ECU took a dump. I had to look it up because I didn't want to sound like too much of an idiot, but the relief valve I was talking about, it's called a waste gate. It's when the turbo applies too much boost. You know, it kind of regulates how much boost. Sometimes that waste gate will get stuck. I could not think of the terminology there. Now on the bright side, it looks like it's just going to be one of those little, kind of like the exhaust clamps, the little V clamps. So that should be an easy fix, easy find. Should be an easy fix.
If we can get whatever we need.
It's just an exhaust clamp, V clamp.
Where is it?
And the seal is still intact on it.
Where is the clamp, you know?
No, it's gone.
So we don't know what size is the problem.
Correct, but that shouldn't be too hard to figure out. If not, we can buy them all out of stock. Well, we might have found a clamp finally from over at Heritage. It might work. Anyway, we're sitting at the house right now. He's running, grabbing a new air filter for that truck. We had one. He just informed me that the dryer went down last night, and he thought the air system got plugged. Something happened, you know, maybe the stalks plugged up the air system, whatever. No, the motor that runs that transfer auger into the air system is junk. What is going on? Well, you know, if you've seen the last couple videos, we've been dealing with motors constantly. I mean, we've just been dealing with everything constantly, but when does it end? Can we do something for a full day without having to make repairs? Like, is this just gonna be the norm of this year? What is happening? Think that clamp's gonna work? What do we need for tools? What size wrench? Is that a 10 mil? How stupid is that? I'm trying to find a V clamp for that turbo. Freightliner, it was on, if we went straight through Freightliner, it was on back order for like 6 weeks. Just a clamp. That's all we needed. Luckily, like I said, Heritage had one. Nobody else did. It's still not totally right. Don't know how it's going to handle it. Could be something wrong with the turbo, like I said, or that relief, whatever they called it, that relief valve could be stuck shut. So instead of going the normal way that I would take, which is like a 70-degree incline, I'm going to go a different route that's not quite so hilly. That way, if it does blow, I'm not in a lot of trouble. Okay, I am going to leave this running because I don't care. I'm not going that far. I'm going to take the truck, go pick up Dad. He got the combine and the head over to where we're going. Hopefully he's got a spot opened up by now. I'll pick him up, he'll bring me back, I'll get the cart empty, unload it onto the truck, get the cart over there, and then he'll bring me back. And I can go empty the beans off of the truck, and we can actually get something done. Think about that. It is 2:30 p.m. That is how much time we have been wasting. 4.5 hours to get one truck unloaded. Well, I'd say he is getting opened up. Holy cow, that was a bit of a nightmare getting up here. It's a fairly sizable hill getting up here, and everybody and their brother was taking this road. Nobody takes this road. I met a combine, somebody with a header cart, somebody was mowing the hill. I had somebody stop me in a pickup truck on the way up here to tell me that someone was mowing on the hill, which, thank you for that. And if, you know, obviously, of course, I had several people stop and ask me for autographs. That's gonna happen, but yeah, it took forever getting up here. Oh boy, I had to walk all the way here because I've got a combine using our field entrance to put their head on, which is fine. But again, what are the odds? I'm just trying to get stuff done here. So I gotta sit and wait on them to get the head on and out of the way. That's all right. We're not the only ones out here. He's getting started already. That was quick. I won't deny. They are already ready. Well, that was Jake Streetmatter. I thought that's who that was. I believe he follows the social media. So if you see this, you ruined my day. I mean, get out of the way, man. For God's sakes. Okay, we're making good time. We're making good time. Looks like Dad's got the end rows off on this side of the field and on the other side as well.
The prices ain't what they used to be. This time of year still find me waiting down a creek setting muskrat lines. The kids say I ought to hang it up, and they bought me a phone to keep in the truck, but it's turned off and out of reach most of the time. I tell them the creek bank ain't a bad place to die. I'm an old man, living 9 mountain days in a strange land. The face I shave is a different man, who I don't recognize. Oh, the wear and tear, worrying for my kids, I'll be out here. Never look back and I wouldn't care what I left behind. Oh, but I worry what I'm leaving behind. Still keep a few head out back, and I sit here watching pick the grass. Them cows is the closest thing I got left to friends. Cozy old souls and their big wet eyes is the one thing I still recognize. But I ain't got the heart to haul them in, so I just move them back and forth from pasture to pen. I'm an old man, living 9 mountain days in a strange land. The face I shave is a different man, who I don't recognize. Oh, the wear and tear weren't for my kids, I'd be out here. Never look back and I wouldn't care what I left behind. Oh, but I worry what I'm leaving behind. Cause the pheasants hang in the fence rows, and we're all staring at our cell phones, not listening to the earth as he cries. But I'm an old man, living 9 mountain days in a strange land. The face I shave is a different man, who I don't recognize. All the wear and tear weren't for my kids, I'd be out of here. Never look back and I wouldn't care what I left behind. Oh, but I worry what I'm leaving behind. Oh, but I worry what I'm leaving behind.
Well, Dad is done with that field. He's got a cart full and a hopper on the combine. I had to run home quick because I need fuel. That is one thing that I cannot run without. Fueling. We're gonna try and pick up, if we can shuffle enough room for these soybeans, we're gonna try and pick up our last 6 acres over in that area. It's just a little 6-acre farm. Try and get it out of the way, that way we don't have to go all the way back there at some point and pick that up. And then tonight, if we can get that done, we'll move the combine back home here and just be ready as soon as I get everything empty to just start cutting beans here.
I'm going to say go ahead and load off the cart.
You sure?
Yeah, because I can squeak a few more on the cart if we need the room, but once the truck's full, we're SOL.
Sounds like a plan. I'll go load.
Well, let's get me moved, and then I'll bring you back, and I can start cutting while you're emptying onto the truck and bringing the cart over. So let's get me moving first.
Get you moved
To Osborne's.
No, how are you gonna get the combine there?
Oh,
I have to put
Yes, never
soybeans on
mind.
there. Just relax, man. We don't, nothing's open. We have time. Anybody else's combine operator just have a one-track mind, whether that be your father, your boss, whatever, whoever's operating the combine. The only thing on their mind is hydrostat forward, thresher and header engaged with some sort of crop in front of them. And whenever that's not happening, they're sprinting to get to that spot. And I get it, you have to be like that, but goodness gracious, at the end of the day, nothing's open. Relax. We can't go to town anyway. Everything's loaded down. Everything that has stuff on it has to go to town. Everything's closed. Chill. All we got's time now. When stuff is open, I get it. Fly. Fly. Especially when everything's been breaking down. Especially then, you really gotta fly. I get it, but like I said, everything's closed. Relax. Think about stuff. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Rushing is what causes breakdowns, and haven't we had enough of those already? I would also like you guys to know that I have no idea what's on the truck. I don't know, you can see it right here. That's what I can see. Can you see what's going on there? No idea. I'm just reading kind of off the pounds and hope that I don't, overflow anything here. I cannot see anything. Doesn't matter which side I go to. Nothing matters. For not seeing, that's actually about perfect. I'm a little light just based on the weight, but I think that's more the bean than anything. Okay, we are headed down the road. I do have 35,000 pounds on, so I'm not going to go very fast. And I know I said earlier, oh, you want me to take 35,000 pounds down the road? Some of you are probably thinking, nah, that's not too bad, especially, if it's not that far. Well, you're right, it's not that bad. I do it all the time. It's just we're in Illinois, and the fields are smoother than the roads that you drive on. So I'm not worried about what happens to the road with all this weight on it, It's more I'm worried about what happens to the tractor and the cart when I hit a 3-bed, 2-bath pothole. Okay, we have made it into our CRP oasis here. Kind of an odd one. Basically, we're just farming these 6 acres in the middle of a bunch of CRP and food plots. Guy's a big hunter. And, yeah. We're basically just feeding deer for him at this point, but it keeps this opened up and all night looking nice for him. That way he doesn't have to mow all the time and whatnot, so we just farm it for him. Subtract 35,000 off because I carried that over from Brookcats. They put those little steel trap doors on the end of the spouts so that the corn beans don't spill out when you get done unloading. We've put so many brand new ones in, they never work. I don't even know why we buy them. Anyway, getting sidetracked here. So 25,260. Divide that by 60, and then divide that by 6 acres. They made 70 bushel here. That's pretty good. That's really good, actually. Okay, we're gonna get the head off, get the combine and everything home. I'm just gonna leave this here. I'll bring the baby truck here in the morning after I get the load off of it. And then whatever's left on the cart, I can't put 60,000 pounds on the baby truck, but whatever's left of it, I will just bring home. We'll put it in the bin. Everything at home, the 120 and the 93 acres at home will fill all the bins. We'll probably have enough room for the 20,000 pounds at home there as well. So it might actually work out pretty good. Okay, yeah, we're gonna head this stuff home. That's gonna be it for this video, I suppose, if I don't add more, like tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. I appreciate you guys watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment. It's all free. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one.